Hi, this is Neil's on Dynasty. Please like, share, and subscribe. Be kind, helpful, and grateful. And buy some silver, some platinum, some crystallized osmium. Uh, that actually is kind of what this is about. Uh, for years, I'm gonna tell people, yeah, and people, flat earthers, and all you guys who want to believe, and you're more than free to believe whatever you want. My freedom to believe whatever I want leads us to space and space mining, and the smartest people in the world are finally divulging information they've known for years that kind of change shit. What are we talking about, Neil? Hell, I don't know. Let's let TED Talks. Let's let these guys. TED Talks 7 hours ago. Why scientists are shooting mushrooms into space? What? Space travelers have never been and will never truly be alone while traveling in space. Are there aliens? Oh my god.
Floating 350 kilometers above the Earth's surface, astronauts aboard the Soviet space station Mir.
They should redo that and make it more like a coin shape for everyone who thinks that we're flat. It's just a misnomenclature they're trying to sell on everyone.
Made a frightening discovery.
I'm joking.
Their once clear porthole was
This is important.
with a green and black web-like substance. Soon these growths were found throughout the shuttle, blanketing air conditioners and corroding control panels, putting both the station's integrity and the astronauts' lives at risk. The invaders were identified as several species of Earth-derived fungi that had, against all odds, survived the journey to space. And once there, they'd adapted to the microgravity and radiation-dense environment. Thankfully, the crew managed to keep these threats at bay, and Mir remained in orbit for the next 13 years. During that time, scientists have learned that fungi have the potential not to hinder space travel, but to help it. In fact, these resilient, often overlooked organisms may be the key to our future on other planets. Once outside the Earth's protective magnetic field, most living things need serious protection to survive the DNA-damaging cosmic radiation in space. But that's not the case for some fungi. Many species produce a unique form of melanin, a pigment that safely absorbs high levels of radiation, and in some cases, uses this energy to fuel growth. Even if dangerous levels...
Now, one would presume that we would study that phenomena and glean some information on new life forms and new products for here on Earth that could be gleaned from whatever's going on with that fungi and how it's doing all this stuff that we didn't. And see, the key is we didn't know it would do. That means there's no research done it. There's no science done it. It's going to change everything because they didn't believe. Science didn't believe. And that's why you don't totally believe in science, because science always changes. Math doesn't change. Sorry, Terrence Howard. Math never changes. It grows, but the basic principles and philosophies always stay the same. It's universal. You see it in everything. Fibonacci spiral, break things down on a microscopic level, 1,000-fold, and you can see the math by just the what. Anyhow, that's not what this is about. Let's get back to the show before I ramble on.
Of radiation make it past this homegrown armor to damage DNA, many fungi have robust repair systems that spring into action, cutting out and restore.
Robust repair. What? Restoring defensive sequences. Huh. That sounds like it'd be a very neat thing to research for, I don't know, reverse aging, reverse cancer, restore disease-ridden bones and organs. I don't know. There's a lot of things I can, as a high school dropout, could see could happen here.
Restoring defective sequences. And radiation isn't the only cosmic element fungi can withstand. Their hardy spores sport thick cell walls that allow them to survive extreme temperatures. So how might we utilize fungi in space? Well, a big obstacle to settling on other planets is figuring out how to source the materials needed to build suitable habitats. There are two common solutions. First, we could send these supplies up from Earth, but this is expensive. It costs roughly 10,000 US dollars for each kilogram of weight added to a launch. Alternatively, we could use what's already there. Homes could be built from the dust and fragmented rock that coat the surface of other planets, which is called regolith. Yet this would require a shipment of large, heavy, energy-intensive machinery to collect, heat, and compact the loose regolith into something usable. That's where fungi come in. Most fungi have hair-like root structures called mycelia, and as they grow, they easily bind nearby materials, whether it be wood chips, sawdust, or regolith. The result is a dense, interconnected web that makes a surprisingly durable building material that's both thermal and radiation protective. Scientists working with NASA's Innovative Advanced Concepts.
Oh my God, they beat the thermal and the radiation effects. Those are the number 1 and 2 things to stop us from colonizing other planets. Holy cow, oh my God. Okay, back to the show.
Program have devised plans for using this technology to grow fungal homes on other planets. First, lightweight, flexible bags seeded with dehydrated spores are launched to their new home. Once they've arrived, accompanying rovers source water for rehydration and regolith for binding. Alternatively, the bags could be pre-seeded with a lightweight binding material, like dehydrated wood chips. And there's another essential ingredient to these packages: cyanobacteria, which provide the fungi with nutrients and convert sunlight into oxygen. The mycelia grow to fit the shape of their bags, creating the walls, roof, and even the furniture of these fungal abodes. Once completed, maintaining these buildings would likely be relatively simple, as any cracks could be reseeded and regrown. Scientists could engineer cyanobacteria to alert residents if repair is needed, by glowing when oxygen or pressure levels in the habitat dip. Of course, there's still a lot of work out there before these lightweight habitat packs are ready for launch. In the meantime, researchers have begun to iron out the details by growing these sustainable, carbon-negative fungal habitats right here on Earth. And housing is just one of many possible uses for fungi in space. Communities will need to grow their own food, yet soil suitable for plants isn't readily available off Earth. Fungi can release a variety of chemical-degrading enzymes capable of dissolving carbon-rich asteroids into soil. And they can also be engineered to mine and extract metals, like aluminum and iron, which could allow space colonies to source these valuable ores locally. Fungi have come a long way from their space hazard beginnings and will undoubtedly continue to break the mold. But what else would it take to live on another? What else would it take to live on another planet? More people throwing more money at it. That's the main thing. But other than that, I don't know. Maybe Elon Musk. Holy shit, he's throwing a lot of money at it. So I guess, yeah, throw a lot of money at it, it'll happen. And it's pretty much like anything. Build it, they will come. It takes a lot of money to build it. But hey, they will come. So, maybe it's a good thing, maybe it's a bad thing. But needless to say, it would be great lodging for the guys controlling the remote control robots that are mining the asteroid belt. And they could safely mine it. One guy control like the F-35s or whatever it is. They have this swarm of 34-foot long, 64-foot wingspan drones that shadow it like a full squadron, but an expendable squadron. So one pilot is now a squadron of F-35s, which is kind of badass and saves America a lot of money on pilots and training and all kinds of stuff. Anyhow, you could do the same thing for asteroid mining robots. One person could control 6, 8, so you could definitely make enough. You could get enough resources to make it viable to do such a thing, which is the premise used here on Earth, economics. But anyhow, you guys have a nice night. Talk to you later. Goodbye.